Good day, my wonderful and amiable listeners. I bring to you another news. The news headline: Prophet Odumeje source of power and wealth revealed. The news in full. Prophet Odumeje's source of power and wealth has been revealed. Prophet Chukwuemeka Odumeje, popularly known as Ndaboski, the liquid metal and the lion himself, has been trending with his supernatural power on social media in recent times, and a lot of people have continued to ask the source of his spiritual power and wealth. In this article, we shall look at Prophet Odumeje's source of power and wealth, Odumeje's biography, Odumeje's net worth, his family, his church, and his location, and more. Controversial prophet Chukwuemeka Odumeje has revealed his source of wealth and power from God. Prophet Odumeje said anyone serving the living God must be rich because God is a rich God. He challenged anyone with proof that someone else gave him spiritual power to reveal it to the public. According to him, he preaches to his members of his congregation that God showed himself through his miracles. If there is no miracle, there is no God. If God has the power, it started from me, so he had made me rich first. God is a rich God, he added. We recall that the self-acclaimed lion had been accused of serial abuses of the Nigerian naira and other currencies during his public ceremonies at his location in Onitsha. It was also alleged that he uses diabolical powers in his ministry. Zubi Michael, a Nollywood actor, has also refuted claims that the controversial prophet was his pastor. He attacked some Nigerians for claiming that he got spiritual powers for his Nollywood success from Odumeje. Prophet Odumeje Chukwuma Odumeje is from Osu Iyete Ukwa in Olu local government of Imo State in the southeast of Nigeria. He was born to his God-fearing parents, Mr. and Mrs. Pius Ohanemere, and he is the third child of the family of 6. Odumeje the Ndaboski Baosi was born in September 9th and reportedly grew up hustling to make ends meet just like almost everyone from his tribe. Before going full-time into ministry, Odumeje had his humble days as a struggling leather designer on the streets of the buzzing and busy Onitsha town in Anambra State. He had his secondary school education at Providence Secondary School after his primary education at Wêãlth. He desired to go further, but he went into a leather business due to financial constraints where he first served as an apprentice. Odumeje, the liquid metal, is married to his beautiful wife, Uju Ohanemere, with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Uju was born to Rufus M. Ogbatio in Obimpa village, Umuobom town in Idiato South local government area of Imo State. The Ndaboski and Uju Ohanemere are happily married with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. There are claims around the internet that Uju Ohanemere, the wife of Ndaboski, Chukwuma Odumeje, was born by the famous self-acclaimed prophet and notorious occultic practitioner Edin Magu. This claim went and linked the source of the prophet's power to that Edin Magu. Edin Magu had enormous power during his days in Onitsha, the same city where the Ndaboski grew up to the man he is today, but these claims are false and cannot be verified. Uju Ohanemere or any member of her family is not related to Edin Magu or Edmagu's wife in any manner whatsoever. Vegetarian Nollywood actress Rita Edochie took her Instagram page to refute those claims. Please, any information to the contrary is deliberately concocted by mischief makers for self and mysterious purposes, Rita wrote on her Instagram page. The beginning of Odumeje's ministry came as a big surprise to many, according to the young prophet going into ministry and had not always been his vision but that of his mom. According to Odumeje, his mom had a vision to becoming a great prophet of God and praying relentlessly for his divine arrest. While his mother was at it, he got himself more preoccupied with football and music. He once aspired to be a musician or a football legend. Of course, the music and acting charge could be seen even in his ministry. It was until the age of 19 that God visited him. According to him, he said God told him that he would use him like Gideon in the Bible and that he would be a mighty and man of valor who will deliver his people from the captivity of the devil. He followed up the divine vision with prayers and fasting, and later quit his leather business in 2000 to venture into complete ministerial work. The onset of his ministry was not easy for him, especially financially, but he remained ever grateful to his strong mother who stood by him all through. Odumeje the Indaboski, as called by his church fans, founded his ministry, the Mountain of Holy Ghost Intervention and Deliverance Ministry, on September 10, 2010. It started as a deliverance ministry at number 14, Usumu Street, Odaku, Onitsha. It moved the ministry to Okija Hall and subsequently to Arodusogu Hall, both in Odakpa, Anambra State. It later got its permanent site at number 88 Bida Road, Fege, Onitsha, where it is currently located. The ministry can now boast of up to 20,000 seat capacity. The currently trending prophet has a lot going on in his life presently, as his name and ministry has faced lots of controversial statements and debated from the public. First, his odd miracle session involved lifting members of his congregation and throwing them an empty chair in the church, just like wrestlers do in WWE wrestling matches. This earned him several nicknames like SmackDown Pastor and the Heavyweight Servant of the Most High. It was one of the features of his ministry that brought him to the attention of the people on social media. He was also accused of staging his miracle session and having them captured on camera. Among some of his miracle sessions is that involving raising the dead back to life. Another thing that has got some people to frown and raise brow at his ministry is that he boldly dances to secular music in his church while spraying vads of dollars or allowing wads of money to be sprayed on him. It doesn't end there. Recently, he has been alleged of having made controversial statements about certain group of people, such as the Arodiziogu people and the indigenous of a community in Anambra, who are frowned at his remarks. Maybe these lines are like the trademarks. The fact remains that they are famous lines. The prophet, who calls himself names like the Indaboski, the Liquid Met, and the Lion, have been identified with. Videos of him have gone viral online where he said, "Everyone can never be preaching love. I'm not a man of preacher of love. I am a fight. I am a battle. I am a liquid metal. I am Indaboski Daoshe." Another video of him got himself saying, "I am still a fight. I am still the liquid metal. I am still Indaboski Daoshe." Who born you? Who be you? Who you? You are Kulu. Who you? Where do you come from? Who sent you? Where do you come from? Who do you send to? What brings you? In yet another video, he said to his congregation while handling his services, and he said, "Listen, I am not a preacher. I am not a pastor. I am not a reverend father. I am a liquid metal." Most of his lines are hilarious, and I've had many social media users coming up with similar lines or quotes.